Alright guys, hi, welcome back. It's me, Potato with Whiskey, and we're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6 again. I believe this is the episode 10, and this may be the final episode, depending on if we can pull off a win now. There is a couple of complications here. Japan has completed the... No, moon landing? No. It was the launch Earth satellite. I think the launch Earth satellite gives someone like a huge amount of culture, which is kind of dumb because it pretty much makes a culture victory kind of impossible. But we'll see. We'll see if we can put out a culture victory. We weren't really trying to be a winner. But this is a crazy yield, and I pretty much have to take it. Barcelos. We send this to Vilnius? Stockholm would be reasonable, actually. Candy. Why not Candy? Start sending our trade routes internationally. River Valley. I'm trying to build more wonders because they give you
is the unequal sharing of blessings.
Because they give you what's the word? Damn it! I've forgotten what I was trying to say. I'm trying to build more wonders because they give you tourism, but it's not really working out for me. I'm trying to find ways to get more tourism, but I just really can't. So let's just keep working on social globalism. Social globalism? Yeah, that's what I meant to say, right? Get that factory online. You send that to there. We're doing a lot of trading here. Can I do seaside resorts? I don't seem to be able to do those. You settle that city. Use production. Get me. Oh, I don't want to purchase a builder. That's crazy talk. Make an industrial hub. Trade me some tiles. So there's going to be mines all the way around here, so I think actually we're not going to be building that yet. What we could do though is we could start a granary. I know there is a mod actually that adds a building queue. Disrupt rocketry. Do it. Accept. Gain sources. Increase diplomatic visibility. Resources. I think we're going to want to start maybe slotting in some of those spy cards. I don't know. Seems like a reasonable idea at this point in the game, because we need to slow down Tokyo. I think actually it might be time to build another spy, but not in this city. I think another city would be the city to do it in. Entertainment district. Yeah, we're a little bit low on amenities here, but we're mostly low on housing. So, actually, can you build a seaside resort here? What the hell is this seaside resort? I need more tourism. Can only be built on minimum appeal of breathtaking. So once this guy is done, can I speed you up by getting a builder over there, chopping it out? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Give me all these tiles. Get them chopping. It's too important that I get that squared away. I need the tourism like so badly. Because even though I have like a crazy amount of tourism, it just is not working for me. Do I have any important tourism guys coming up? No, not really. Let's see here. Tourism. Where can I get more tourism? Builders. Power plant. I wanted to purchase that, but it's not realistic, so let's go amphitheater. It's not realistic to get a power plant in this city at this point in the game, not without like a serious amount of gold. I was hoping to purchase it, but I've had to spend those that currency on builders. Also, maybe I could have gone heavier into like a timing attack, like a timing architect thing, and maybe I could have done that a little bit better. Vilnius is acceptable in my opinion. Next turn. Should be another artifact around here. He wants to trade gypsum for Do I have coffee? Good question. I would like coffee. I don't want horses. So let me get rid of horses. And I'll give you these two for those. I'm pretty happy about that trade. That's a good trade for me. Religious conversion. Never going to happen. I don't care enough to do that. We've got an amphitheater coming. Aluminum. It's kind of annoying that I'm just going to keep doing this. Yeah, we're going to need a broadcast center here, so... No, we're going to need cosmetics. I don't care about any of these. Let's just do... You need housing. Breathtaking. Crush that mine. Make me a builder. Get over there. Chop this. Chop this. Get chopping. Wait. Seaside resorts. I need them out the wazoo. Alright, can I get to that? Yes, I can. Oh. Let's see here. We'll check what the time is. Okay. We've been going for about 6 minutes. Sometimes these episodes kind of blend together in my mind, so I don't remember how long I've been recording. We have disrupted their rocketry. Excellent. So let's now siphon funds. Claim great person. Yeah, musician is good. Entertainment hub. You need some of those, but I don't have the time to do that. So keep grabbing me builders. How close are we to? God, we're so close to getting the Eiffel Tower. We'll be able to get it next turn, I think. You need housing. You don't have very good tiles for it, though. Alright, it's a reasonable tile. You need housing too. Throw that there. Musician, where could you go? Go here. Civilization has created a great work. Come on, seaside resorts. I should have been building these a long time ago. When do they unlock? See, these seem like pretty important. Radio, yeah, I should have been building these like dozens of turns ago. That was kind of my big screw up. Maybe we should be able to get this next turn. Oh, there's an interruption. So from this point on, there was a bit of a problem with my sound recording. All the audio was skipping and out of sync with the video. Something crazy happened. I don't know. It's like some wild, unexplainable thing. And I tried recovering the audio, so I mean, it's not like I didn't do anything, but I couldn't get it to work, and I just had to cut the audio out. So there's not going to be anything in this half of the video because of that audio issue. So I mean, I might do a little bit of commentary. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go to kind of go to full screen on this here. Let me go. No, we'll go quarter playback resolution. Let me get this set up correctly. All right, so here, I actually can't see what this is in the video. Okay, here we go. It just rendered in. So I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking about setting up a naturalist over here. And I wanted to put forest down because I think forest increased the appeal of tiles. So I'm trying to churn out some builders. And I think I changed some of my civic cards, which meant that internal trade routes weren't as good as external trade routes anymore. So I've been setting up trade routes with Egypt for to get some benefit out of that. And I'm also doing a lot of tile improvement. And I think by this point in the game, I've actually kind of gotten a little bit tired of it. So in terms of maybe not by this point, but I feel like I won the game like many turns ago, but there's just like so much more busy work and fiddling to do to get there. I'm just setting up my spies to be stealing tech, and I realize I don't know if it's yet I've realized it, but I have realized that Japan has started launching the space project, and I think there's something with the space project where when you do the first one, you get like 10 times a single turn's culture, which makes it incredibly difficult to win a culture victory, especially in multiplayer, which I think is kind of BS and needs to be fixed for single player, in my opinion. I think there's a mod out there that does actually change it. I think it might be the NQ mod that changes it, but I could be wrong on that. And right now I'm trying to get this tile to put a seaside resort on it, but I just cannot get it to put one. I put one on that one, no problem. And here I am, I'm looking at the appeal, trying to figure out, okay, what's up with this tile? And I'm trying to maybe come up with ideas of how to increase the appeal to get the tile the way I want it to be. So I think I removed the farm there. Yeah, I removed that farm. And I put a forest on it next turn, and then I try to put a seaside resort. Because like I said, I thought forests, I thought they increased the appeal of adjacent tiles, but I could be wrong on that. And now I'm cracking out more builders because I'm trying to build a forest here. And this happened to me a lot throughout this game, actually. Here it is, it happens like 3 or 4 times in a row. I would click on something, and then my screen would just veer over to the middle of the ocean. That time I clicked on the minimap, but the other times I don't think I was clicking on the minimap. I might have to like rewatch that footage and really, think about what happened there. Well, things were just super weird. And here I am, I'm looking up national parks, trying to figure them out. I'm not really super familiar with the tourism mechanics in this game at the moment. So that's why I stopped off to have a look at them. I am kind of, to be honest, I'm a little bit upset that my sound screwed up, because I feel like my commentary was, was reasonably decent. I'm obviously not like a top tier, speaker or anything, but I think like my commentary was fairly on point and fairly relevant to the gameplay, and it wasn't interesting enough to be worth listening to. So I was kind of bummed out that I lost my commentary. And here's me trying to make this city useful, try and see if I can crack out just a tiny little bit more tourism. Because like I said, at this point in the game, I feel like the game is over, but I'm just like, I'm in this kind of busy work phase. There's like another 20 turns in this game or something, I think. Or maybe it might be 15 to 20 turns left. And late game, like, turns just slow down to a crawl. You just have so many different units to move, and each one needs you to make a decision. Even, like, especially on standard speed, a game of Civ can take, forever. I think I managed to crack this one out in a total of 11 episodes. I haven't actually rendered episode 11 yet, so we'll find out if the sound works on that later on. But if it doesn't, I'll do this sort of commentary over the video. This commentary isn't nearly as good as the original commentary, if I'm totally honest. Right now I'm trying to think of what to tech, and I think I realized I don't actually need any more technologies, so I just clicked on future tech so that it wouldn't pop up and bother me and waste 3 to 5 seconds of my time each turn, maybe more like 10 seconds a turn. I'm trying to just get like really efficiently to the winning point, and I'm like, go away to Meiers, and then I think I say something about her strong chin. But that might be in a different episode. And these AIs, they're just like bombarding me with irrelevant things when I'm just really trying my hardest to churn through. And another really annoying thing is, like, when you have all the civics complete, you have to keep reassigning globalization instead of just being able to leave it on and be able to just change your government whenever you feel like it, which is super annoying in my opinion. And here's me, I'm just going through, I'm like, alright, whatever, I'm just gonna queue up a bunch of crap so that I don't have to click on stuff for like 4 or 5 turns. And I think I'm swapping out the culture because I don't need any more culture. I'm swapping out for spy stuff because I want to be more efficient with my spies. So I'm taking the spies work faster and the spies operate at a higher level, I think. Which is, yeah, that one. Enemy spies operate X levels lower and my spies operate 1 level higher, which is a pretty good card. I think the spy cards are pretty important in multiplayer if you're ahead or if you're behind, because I think spies are really a good way for, you know, if one player is ahead, in a 6-player game, if 5 people are throwing their spies at him, he's gonna be probably, you know, those dice rolls get pretty painful. One of my spies get caught on, one of my spies get caught, and I send him home on foot. I think one of my spies dies. It might be in this episode or later. And I'm trying to figure out how to cancel a mission because I don't actually want him to do that mission, and I just like click the button twice and it doesn't really change anything, so I give up. I'm planting another forest, but I planted it in the wrong place. I remember that now. I was like, oh, now I have to wait another turn for this naturalist. My culture is pretty reasonably high. I'm at about 375, but I think by the end of the game we get up to about 1,000 culture. Or, not culture, sorry, tourism. And I'm kind of sad that there's, like, once you finish the culture tree, there's no real way to translate that into another currency or into another resource. Like, faith you can turn into buildings, like I did extensively this game, which is essentially turning faith into hammers. Gold you can turn into hammers, but you can't really turn culture or well, you can sort of, but not directly. And I felt like maybe that would make them too strong if you could do that. But I feel like in this game, just production and food is just so incredibly, maybe not overly valued, but like the emphasis seems to be extremely shifted towards the food side of things. And here I'm picking up another relic for my my great works here. Let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger because I'm having a bit of trouble seeing exactly what's going on with it. That helps a little bit. Let me see, what am I doing here? I think I'm talking a little bit about how the game has become kind of a grind for me at this point. I could be wrong on that part. Let me see if I can get this to do nice things for me. Okay, and alright. There's like about 8 minutes left in the video. Let me just make sure I don't get this screwed up. I am kind of just doing this on the fly commentary, so please forgive it for being a relatively low quality. The sound quality isn't going to be good on this stuff. But here's religions. I'm trying to figure out why I can't purchase certain buildings, and I keep telling her stop converting my cities, which, you know what, actually kind of works for a while. I really didn't want to spend my faith on apostles, though. I think if I were to redo this, I think there's a few things I would do differently this game. And telling Egypt to go away sooner would be one of them, but I think I would build some apostles to defend against her religion, and maybe generate a few relics for extra tourism, even though the theological tourism is pretty weak mid and late game because of the once you hit rationalism, I think it is, or something like that, or maybe it's education. Here I am. I'm talking about giving a trade route to Pergamon because it's pretty weak, and I finally get my national park up here on top of the foxes and the 3 forests, and that's it. And I was like, huh, I could build that there, but no, the game is lying to me. It seems like certain things in the UI just don't update unless a turn rolls over or if you move a citizen around, which is a bit weird. And you see me doing that multiple times throughout the game, where I need to see a number update, so I move a citizen around, like I'm just juggling. And here I am, I'm trying to figure out what's a good trade route to send, and I'm wondering, okay, which cities have a trade route, which cities don't. I think I end up going with either Candy or Stockholm, or sorry, Candy or Vilnius. Or Vilnius? Oh, yeah, I go with Candy here, because I just like, whatever, just go there. And is this the one that +1 amenity and +2 housing? I think I'd give that all the way over to Pharos, or Philos, or what's it called? I can't even, Persepolis? I don't know. That bottom left city, I give it there because it's having housing problems. And here we go, a couple more great artworks, more seaside resorts, trying to just crack out as much of that tourism as possible. And here I am again. I'm like, okay, why can I seriously not build a forest here, or not a forest, a seaside resort? I'm just like really trying to figure it out. So I keep looking up the seaside resort in the Civipedia, and it won't build there again. So I'm like, okay, maybe it needs to update. So I'm like, whatever at this point, and I just drop the lumber mill, or not the lumber mill, but the woods, and I've wasted like several builder charges trying to figure it out. I think I have a better grasp of the culture game, and I think I would do things slightly differently if I were to play this type of game again. I think I did reasonably well, considering I went sort of like super suboptimally in my build order. I think I would change a few things about how I did this, and I have a couple ideas of how I would like to do another culture game. So if the next time I play Civ, I roll a culture Civ, I would like to try that. Here I am, I'm just chopping out buildings in this city because I want more slots for great works of art, because I think there's one or two more artists in the game. So I'm just chopping some stuff out and trying to get this city improved. And Germany's like, hey, do you want an embassy in the like 1800s? I'm like, yeah, sure. And here I'm talking about how I want to spy on Kyoto to stop him from doing the moon landing. I'm trying to make sure the AI doesn't get any of the scientific victories off or anything like that. And it's just lots and lots of pop-ups to deal with. Really am, at this point, just kind of grinding through the turns. At least that's how it felt. I really, really do feel like the sort of end game of this really felt unrewarding. And maybe if I played on Immortal, it would be more rewarding, but I feel like it would just be less fun on Immortal. But we'll see. Maybe I'll keep this as an Emperor and Chill series, but I think I talk about that at the final episode too. So here I am, I'm like, alright, what the hell do I get? And I think I eventually settle on just getting that place to build a couple traders. And again, I'm like, okay, what the hell do I waste my time on? And I'm like, okay, traders. So I think I go for an industrial zone here. Yeah, I think I put it on the tile to the left. Yeah, that's where I put it. And I think I switched to... No, I was already in democracy. I think I switched something out, right? It was the... something to do with tourism. Is it? No, maybe that was a different turn. It's kind of hard to remember, like, over... What is it? Like, each episode was 20 to 25 minutes, and there's 11 episodes, so that's 220 minutes I have to try and remember. It's like a 3-hour game of Civ, which is a pretty fast game of Civ, actually, if you ask me. No, not even 3 hours. What is it? It would be like 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours. I'll have to check the footage at the end. But here I am. I'm getting another artifact, and I'm checking my tourism to see where all the tourists are. And looks like a lot are coming in my city there. 7 in Athens, with a few scattered around. And I think I checked the culture victory screen. I'm like, okay, I'm at 49. And like every turn it's going up by 3. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how can I more efficiently get to the winning of the game? Which is kind of my goal at this point. I just really want, like, not in a bad way, I just really want the game to be over. But it's not like in a, I'm sick of the game. It's more of like, I feel like I've already won and I just want my win. Is kind of where I was at this point in the game. So I just dropped the amenity and housing in there, and I'm looking for more spots. I think here's where I'm like asking the question, can seaside resorts go on hills? And so I go into the Civipedia and I look up seaside resorts, misspelling it of course, and then I look there and I see it, and it gives me like a weird seaside resort, and then it gives me the proper one. I don't know what the hell happened there, but things were a little bit weird for me. And then I remove this improvement and I bring a builder over, and I think later on I think that it has something to do with the copper being on the tile, so I harvest the copper to figure it out. I think this game is just kind of, you know, partially me trying something out and partially me figuring out the mechanics at a more deeper level. And here's me spying on Japan, trying to just make sure they don't do that science project, the spaceship project, because I'm reasonably confident they won't be able to beat me in a science race, but I'm not taking any chances, especially with the great people, which are like super overpowered for science victories. I think I spend a significant amount of time in either, I think it's the next episode, the final episode, like trying to get a particular great person so that they don't get it. But I think this is more or less the end of the video. And so I apologize for the sound screwing up, but I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you like the video, even though the audio screwed up and all that sort of jazz. If you like the video and you want to help me out, make sure you smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to give me your feedback on the video, make sure you leave me a comment. But for now, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.